We're back. Okay, we do it like this. What's going on, peoples? We are now in the Blue Monkey wave spell. We just came out of the Hall of Mirrors, and a lot of people, myself included, we got to have a really good reflection, good time to see what is real and what is not. Our truth was spoken or conveyed through the tongue. Boundaries were made afterwards. Hard decisions, hard talks were had. Clarity was brought to the forefront. Um, the Hall of Mirrors really kicked our ass, collectively, but it was meant to bring a clear vision moving forward. And now we're in the Blue Monkey, which is about to play now. You have to be mindful because it means so much in different ways. What's going on, Britt? Fucking with this laptop again. This shit might freeze. I don't even know. But we are actually in it today. Today is the first day of the wave spell on the 28th. We're already in the energy. Yesterday was an interesting energy because it was about the heart. It was about the white dog of the heart of the royalty. And it came in such a different way. And it felt more like of a presence of self-love, especially amidst a lot of confusion. Um, Spirit doesn't. I done lost my phone. One of my best transformers cracked mysteriously, and somebody snatched the package off the porch that was meant for me today. So it was one of them things where you got to really be careful with the energy moving forward in this wave spell because people gonna be out here on some blue monkey shit. We're talking about monkey business, monkey wrenches, the monkey on your back. You know what I mean? These kind of things. But also for my sages and my magicians out there, the White Wizard came back out. This is the time where we get to really play with this magic now. This is when seatbelt kind of comes off. You get to pop the trunk and, really show your stuff. This is you being the master of your own ceremony. This is also closely tied with people who work with the natural world. The card that came out after that was now that we got out the Hall of Mirrors, we are now in the Hall of Judgment. Barriers, borders, lines being drawn in the sand. And this is an awakening after the Hall of Mirrors to who we really are. And the question I have for you is do you even feel like you did a month ago? You understand what I'm saying? That's how much this energy is picking up on our asses if we're doing the if we're in the flow of things. You just notice everything is different with you. You know what I'm saying? Things you tolerate, the people and situations that you interact with are just not the same. It's because we've changed. Let's see what else. The coral dragon, and I love this because this is exactly what I'm talking about. That monkey business energy. For this is about maintenance first of all, because this is what Spirit had me doing. I've been drinking all kinds of concoctions and all kinds of shit up in here the last couple of days, and it was really trying to get me to stay my ass still instead of moving around, right? And my hard headed ass went out there anyway, and that's why some of that shit happened. So I was like, all right, fuck it, let me get into that energy because we were at the end of the Hall of Mirrors, right? When you come out of that Hall of Mirrors energy, you have this coral dragon kind of energy. We've been talking a lot about the dragons, either on IG or right here. But the coral dragon is your aura itself gives off a "do not fuck with me" attitude. It's an unspoken kind of language with this coral dragon. It means that you can go ahead and take a bite, but it'll be the last bite you ever take. You know what I mean? Much like a lot of different species of animals have these color markings on them that warn predators that if you bite me, you're going to die. I'm poisonous. You know what I mean? And in this case, this is for a lot of us, well, anybody vibing with the channel anyway, right? People going to try to test it, and then they're going to look, and then they're going to see the markings and be like, And anybody who does take a bite, you're going to wild out. Getting close to the eclipse season anyway in April. And it's funny because April 8th, 2020, two, some shit like that. It's a lot. You know, the Hall of Mirrors or that last wave spell. There was a lot of mirroring between the years. You know what I mean? From 2020 to 2022. It just depended on the numbers that were showing up for people. You know, some people was 8 years back because of the eight that we're in now. Again, April 8th. We just had a conjunction with Mars and Venus that happened in Aquarius around the same time 2 years ago. So twos were big. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of little signs and symbols and tidbits up in the air for folks if you're catching on to it. And even a countdown, not even a countdown, because I was getting 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? It was counting up. You know what I mean? So this is that that blue monkey energy coming, and this is magic time. This is really about getting in your bag. Um, think about the Hall of Mirrors. The last couple of days of that wave spell, I kept hearing. Now that we done destroyed all this bullshit around you, because a lot of illusions were shattered just through the people that we know, or the situations or the interactions, telling us we are definitely not either in the right situation, dealing with the right people. It was just clear as day. And after that was divulged, now the question came in is like, all right, now what do you want? What do you really want going forward? What is in your heart? And that's why yesterday was so big because um, it could have been one of those days where you would have thought it was not even closely related to the white dog, with the lack of what we call the heart being present. You know what I'm saying? Just as an experience, unless it was with self, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that it didn't happen, but it was the level of self awareness and that love that we give ourselves, and that grace, and knowing that everything is about timing and that shit don't always work out like you know, we planned. But goddamn, I couldn't. The last couple of days, I was in such a great mood, and I still am. I woke up today, I was like, oh man, a little bit, we gonna get it, we gonna get it, and then bullshit after bullshit. But that was kind of like the markers, kind of like one of these favorite rhymes that I wrote of mine was temporary setbacks to show you where your head's at. You know what I mean? It was like the universe was starting to take things away from us. You know what I mean? Like that phone was a big thing. Challenge you to go 3 days without your phone. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you don't have social media, like I got this right here, but I noticed just how in the first couple of days or the couple of hours I was a little fidgety about it. You know what I mean? I was looking over, I was looking for something to push and play and do with all this. But since that phone has been out of my jurisdiction, so to speak, um, first of all, the information coming through has slowed down. The distractions have slowed down. My attention to the present moment has magnified. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not dealing with something artificial or something that's ready in the hand or something that could be, social media technology is like the snap of the finger now, where we're still very much in the crock pot magician energy when things take time. You understand what I'm saying? Where there's a process to things. You know what I mean? A process to learning. It's not about hitting the button and boom, you got you know what I'm saying? You do that shit in dream time like Neo. You know what I mean? You do that in dream time. Like real, you know what I mean? You program your dreams or go out in nature and get a download kind of thing. Just stay in the goddamn sunlight and do it for you. Trust and believe. You know what I mean? So moving forward, there's really, there's message like is, and it's a, Brit, it's slow cooking magic, but it's kind of it's weird because time doesn't even feel the same. Some of this slow cooking energy could have been from years ago when we got that reflection energy, and it's now coming into being. You know what I mean? It's kind of, unless you've been keeping journals of all the shit you've been asking for and all the rituals you've been doing, you kind of get lost in sauce very quickly out here, especially if you on some moon shit you know what I mean? There's 2 moons every goddamn month. 3 if we, you know what I mean? We get into that mode with some of these months having 3. That's a lot of energy. You know what I mean? That's a lot of energy. It's like you ain't done waiting on the last one, and you already on the next one, kind of shit. Some things, I think, the bigger things, what it feels like, the things that are really work are going to be in that crock pot. But it's not to say they're not going to show up, because I've seen not only for myself but a lot of other people just speaking things and having that shit show right up. You know what I mean? It just depends on the level of how the shit got to go together. You know what I'm saying? You come back a little bit, you stir the pot, you taste it, then you walk off. You know what I mean? You walk off. And we're not even in the retrograde yet, but we're also in Pisces season. So the dreams still are really going to be off the hook. For a lot of people, they're already off the hook. They've been off the hook. But now we got Saturn there. You know, spiritual discipline. Um, getting a nice regime for yourself. Also, the last sign or the Christ consciousness, the dot in the middle.